Hello everyone, it's me, Guardian Mose, back online, making another video for you today. Um, so this is going to be a bit of an emotional one, perhaps for some. Um, but I know a lot of my audience are thinking I've gone radio silent on the whole Tommy Robinson news, but I know about it, I'm aware of it, that his court hearing was rejected by the justice system, and he's going to be spending the rest of his sentence in solitary confinement. Um, this is really sad. So today is Sunday, as of the making this video. I had my church service this afternoon, and throughout the service, I was actually a lot more, let's say, moved than I usually am, because I was really engaged in the whole prayer and service and this and that. But what I was really thinking about was Tommy. The whole situation, it just completely it didn't overwhelm me, obviously, but it made me a bit more moved than I usually am. Um, so the whole thing with Tommy is really absolutely ridiculous. It's reprehensible what the justice system is doing. How the government is punishing a man who's released a video, and that is termed as a criminal situation, and he's being treated like a criminal. He's a political prisoner. Now I'm really happy that Tommy is taking Bible sessions with the vicar currently. Apparently, he's beginning to understand the Word of God, and he's trying to get back at the Christian roots of this country, which is really important. And it made me think about one of the things that Richard Inman mentioned in one of his videos. He was talking about the time when Tommy had a visit to from a vicar, from a priest or whatnot. I forgot the details, but apparently he mentioned that Tommy Robinson is literally the sacrificial lamb of this country, and that really that is powerful. That reminds me of the meaning of Easter, of how Christ should be commemorated for his sacrifice for our wicked ways, our sinful human nature, that he hung himself on the cross, and how his crucifixion is so important. It's so essential to commemorate this the day that he sacrificed his life. And the story of Christ's crucifixion, it's inextricably linked to Tommy. During the church service, we were reminded about the cross and what it means to our Christian life, and how Jesus Christ, his crucifixion is so important, and so important for us to remember about it daily. And this is so linked, so well connected to Tommy's situation, because I was thinking about it. In the same way that we failed to live up to Christ's commandments for our fallen, sinful, wicked ways as human beings, all of us British patriots, working class people, just ordinary people, we have failed to speak up when we should have. We have failed to come out of our cowardly ways and protest against this government when we could have, when we had a voice in the past, during those Tommy years. But we failed to do so. We failed to come out of the limelight, to come out of our hermit crab shells and speak up for what is right, to try to make a change to this country. When we see all the rotten, crooked corruption in this country, how our social cohesion is falling apart in this country, we need to build back the layers and bring back this country. We need to speak up about it. And my biggest regret, personally, is not actually not making this YouTube channel sooner, not speaking up about all these issues that we're facing, not doing some background research into Tommy. All those years ago, 5-6 years ago, I always thought that Tommy was one of those far-right English nationalist lunatics. I really did think that. I was on the political right-wing side of things, but I genuinely thought that Tommy was somehow some extremist far-right football hooligan nationalist, ethno-nationalist loony. But I was wrong. I am wrong about that. And that's one of my regrets. not doing my prior research, and being a coward about not coming to these rallies that Tommy was hosting and this and that, and you know. But that's all over. That's in the past. The only way that we can bring about real change in this country as a community is to move forward and build this Unite the Kingdom movement. Because this movement is greater. I keep saying it on and on. It's greater than you and I. It's so much bigger than any of us. Not even Tommy. This is a spiritual battle that we're fighting. This whole movement that we're building, it's on a spiritual level. There's a real transcendental element to it. And if we don't keep on fighting, if we don't keep on pushing forward, putting our foot forward, and just bringing it forward into the limelight, then our country is truly lost. So we have to keep praying for Tommy, and perhaps go into a fast as well. You know, we're in the season of Lent, and I'm observing Lent by going on a fast. You know, I'm following the dietary restrictions and going on the vegan diet and this and that. I'm abstaining from meat and dairy and fish and eggs. I encourage you, even if you don't believe in Christ, even if you're not a practicing Christian, or if you're not religious or this or that, you know, try to go into a fast. Observe the Lenten season. Go into a fast. Maybe reduce your the 3 meals that you have in the day to 2 meals, perhaps, because Tommy is going through solitary confinement. He's surviving off tin tuna, for God's sake, and he's not having access to food or drink that we are having in our daily lives. So there's no excuse for us to go on a fast and just remind ourselves what Tommy is going through. So yeah, don't lose hope, because Tommy will be all right. Keep him in our prayers. Keep him in our prayers. Pray for Tommy. That's all I have to say. Be sure to leave a comment down below in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Guardian Mose clocking out. Have a good evening.